Hey all you out there in the Clay Empire. This is Chad Everson, and these are my this is my garage plan the way it sits today. There's this wall that shuts off the potential for everything. Now this wall might be holding up my ceiling. I'm not quite sure about that. So I'm going to take this out, but then I'll have to put bracing up to make sure that my ceiling doesn't come down. But by doing that, by taking this out, I'm going to open up all this floor area. Now this is the drain that's in there that I got to deal with. Here's the door, and then the two garage doors that I'm going to replace. Now my plan is to use a lot of wooden stuff that I recover. Actually, in a lot of these hunts that I'm on, a lot of these properties, they just have lumber. You know, it's this beautiful old barnwood that's just rotting out in the junkyard. So, you know, I'm going to try to recondition a lot of that. Now, this is kind of what I've worked up. This is the preliminary sketch of what the garage is going to look like. I'm going to replace this the right garage door and put in a smaller door. Now this door will actually have it'll be a half doors, and there'll be screens on them, so I'll be able to open up half the door, leave the screens on so that don't get a lot of insects in there, and get some air circulation going through the building. This garage door, I'm going to actually turn these into barn doors, so I'll be able to open it up and still get my vehicle in. And I'm trying to leave this floor space open so that I can get one or two vehicles in there, or you know, sleighs or whatever. But this open area here will be much needed for whatever I'm building or whatever project that I'm working on. Then we're going to have tub storage shelving all the way up this wall. And I use tubs a lot for my relic and treasure and my ceramics business. It's just a good organizational way to put stuff away, but I've never had like shelving that I could stack them, and I should be able to get just a crap load of storage just on that one wall. It's a 10-foot wall. And I should be able to, you know, that this alone will free up so much clutter. And then I have some drawing racks for my ceramic stuff, but this can also be used for my relic and treasure as well. Fine. So I'm going to have some pallet storage back here because I do have a lot of rocks, a lot of big pieces of metal, you know, stuff like that. Stuff that I can't really put on a shelf will be stored up here, including my raku kiln. These are some really nice tables. They're 48 inches across, or square, and I have two of them. So this will be my main work area. And I'm planning on putting a wood stove in the corner, and then I'm going to put two more like French doors on this side, and the blue is windows, and then these are benches that I'll have outside for like my gardening stuff because the garden's up here, and picnic table. And then this I'm actually going to put metal over, continue the roof out 10 feet, 12 feet, so that we can have an outdoor kitchen, because when we can, or when we're cooking it you know, during the summer, it's nice to have an outdoor kitchen, because then you can really avoid heating up your house, especially when you have an old house like we do. I'm going to have a wood stove over here that we're just going to use for, you know, heating up water, canning, baking, different stuff like that. And then we're going to have a grand table. You know, I've always wanted one of those big tables. You know, you could sit 10, 12 people around, have people over. So that's what that is. And remember, I showed you that sink. That'll be along this outside wall. And then some stainless steel workspaces or workbenches. And, you know, even for butchering chickens, for, you know, all the kinds of things that we want to be doing, we just aren't really equipped for it right now. So this is going to free us up quite a bit where we can actually entertain and also, you know, do the things that we need to do. I'm going to put a bathroom out here too. I'm going to take that door out because I'm adding 1, 2, 3, you know, 3 doors. I guess we'll still have 3 doors, but they're going to be a lot more used, a lot more insulated. And then we're going to have a john, a sink, and then I'm going to put another big utility sink out for my studio because, you know, we use water. Now this is our fire hydrant or our water hydrant, yard hydrant, and I'm probably going to have to put a hot water heater, and that'll probably go over here, and then the sink will either get put someplace else or we'll just use that sink. And then this is a workspace. These are my slab roller, more shelving, and there'll probably be more shelving all around here too. There's a window. I'm going to add 2 windows, the door there, and this is a real simplified version of what I want to see done and make this into the Grizzly Den. You know, then I'll have some place where I can actually do my YouTube videos and you know, show you some of the tricks and tips that I have for ceramics and you know, some of the other stuff, like a lot of the found objects that you know, the metal and stuff, turning them into something that you can decorate your home with too. So we're going to try a few things. In fact, some of these windows that I'm planning are actually going to be glass that I've recovered. Going to try my hand at some stained glass. Going to try to maybe do some bottle windows. We'll see. And you know, I need insulation all the way around. Well, I don't know. I might try some. I have some ideas about some of these. Some of the plastic bottles that we have. You can't tell me that this, maybe filled with sand and stacked together, that wouldn't be a good insulator. And we go through quite a few products just ourselves, so you know, we should have no problem filling up those walls with you know, pretty cheap. I never call it green because that's, you know, that's conservatism veiled in socialism veiled in conservatism. But you know, I am a conservative and I'm cheap as hell, but I am creative. And hopefully, with finishing this project, and you get to see it from the ground up, all the dirty secrets. You know, my embarrassment having my Grizzly Den look like it is right now, and we're going to try to make it into something that we can be proud of and accomplish some of our other goals that we have with this old house. Anyway, get a little grizzly, and if you have any suggestions, you know, some space issues, you know, different techniques that you'd like to see in this thing, remember, number one is we're cheap. So we're going to be using available, you know, stuff that we have available. It's going to look like rummage sale or, you know, garage sale chic. That's kind of our aesthetic. Aesthetic is eclectic, very eclectic. And it's got to reflect, you know, what I do for a living and what we enjoy. So it's going to look like an old barn. You know, a lot of barnwood, a lot of old rusty iron. But hopefully it'll look contemporary and look like something you'd want in your backyard. Anyway, get a little grizzly, and I look forward to hearing from you and seeing how we can get Grizzly and not only get this done, but you know, share your projects and what you're doing right in your Grizzly backyard. Thanks so much. Get Grizzly.